Hello, I'm Calabar0, and this is Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. So, a little note before we start this game. I actually wanted to do a video of Ark on Steam. It's a dinosaur survival game. It's really fun, but at this moment, the game isn't optimized for lower-end machines like mine, unfortunately, so I'm not able to do a video on that. But we have this instead. This is another MMO. It's one of the more popular ones, from what I've heard. And it's fun. I haven't played this in a while, so we're gonna log in. We're gonna do an expert dungeon, because why not? That's the best way to learn. And, yep, I'm gonna cut the video here, and I'm going to resume once it loads. Alright, so we're in the game now. This is how it looks like. It's really, really pretty, in my opinion. I really like the graphics. Funny little story. The game actually used to be called just regular Final Fantasy XIV. It came out as pretty much an almost entirely different game. What is this? That is a bot. Glad to know the bots are still in this. Glad to know the bots are still around. But anyways, the game used to be called Final Fantasy XIV, and it came out and it released to phenomenally bad reviews. So, for a while, Square Enix, usually in the MMO industry, as far as I know, people would just leave it at that. Usually the game would go free to play, and they'd just continue on from there, but Square Enix wouldn't allow that. They said, no, we can't accept this bad review. No one, the Final Fantasy franchise is going to, crumble if we keep the game like this. So they went back, they redid the entire game, they made it much better, and now it's one of the most popular MMOs. So, need to find the duty finder, and we're gonna hit the expert roulette. That's usually the hardest dungeons. Oh, look at that, we have a party already. So, we're gonna go do this, and hopefully we don't do too badly. If I remember right, these dungeons are pretty long, so this might be a pretty long episode. Okay, let's properly convey to our current party. Let's properly convey to our party about our current situation. There we go. We should be all good now. So, the class I'm playing at the moment is actually Paladin, and they are, of course, a tanking class, which means we go up to the front lines, and we sort of lead the party through the entire dungeon. And our role is to pretty much take all the damage for the party. They're already saying to kick me. That was a joke, of course. You'll see right here, there are 4 bars. Well, there's a bar beneath our class icons here. That's the aggro meter. Paladins should always have, or at least the tank should always have, a full bar on pretty much every enemy, because that means all the enemies are attacking me. So as I go through all 3 of these enemies, you'll see that I have a full aggro meter on all 3 of them. Got great wolves there. Oh, looks like we lost aggro there. so far we're going pretty... So far we're doing pretty good in the dungeon, I think. Probably going a bit slower than most other parties. I remember last time we would like blaze through the dungeon, grabbing all the monsters. But I'm not confident enough to do that right now. I feel like if I did that without knowing what I'm doing, we'd all just die in a blaze of glory. What I should be doing, actually, is using my defensive buffs. Unlike on World of Warcraft, the trash mobs actually deal damage. And usually they deal a scary amount of damage. As you can probably tell, this game is really, really flashy. You'll see particle effects everywhere. This game is like particle effects online. Every skill has particle effects. And the game is pretty well optimized in my opinion. Like I stated earlier in the video, I have a pretty low-end machine, my graphics card is not very good. And if I can run the game at a reasonable FPS, I think most machines should be able to. So, yep, concentrating on fighting these monsters. I don't really know what else to say. There's a lot of content in this game. There's also a lot of mini-games as well. Makes the game really fun. You can play, like, Triple Triad and stuff. Triple Triad, by the way, is, like, a sort of weird card game. You have to, I actually don't really know how to explain it. But here's the first boss. We got that far. Okay, so if I remember right, what you have to do for this boss is, I at least tank it, and once he starts shooting out a laser, you have to hide behind these pillars, and that'll kind of block you from the laser. Yep, when you get a marker over your head, hide behind the statue. Alright, basically if you have a mark on your head, hide behind the statue. We'll say thanks. This is still a team-oriented game. If you don't know what you're doing, ask your teammates. They probably know more than you do, most of the time. Oh, and it doesn't target tanks, so we don't have to worry about that. Oh, well. Yep, there we go. That's the laser I was talking about. In dungeons and stuff, tanks usually have a fairly easy job. Most of the time you just kind of sit in one spot and you just take all the damage and basically do nothing. Don't stand in the AoEs, of course. If you see like a giant red circle around the boss or something, you'll help the healer a ton by not standing in that. So like that, I was probably going to get hit by that, so I moved a bit back. Oh no, it looks like our black mage is almost dead. The boss is almost dead too. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Let's get the coffer. I think I actually need that. So, one of the features in this game is you can actually, someone's lagging. I'm getting quite a bit of lag too, I think. I don't know if that's my ping. I hope that's not my ping. I really hope my ping isn't over 1,000. That would be bad. So anyways, as I was saying, one of the features in this game is you can actually switch between classes. So while right now I am a paladin, I don't have to always be a paladin. I can actually, when I'm not in a dungeon anyways, one of the things I can do is I can actually change jobs and become, say, like a summoner now. So, of course, radically different gameplay. I need a whole bunch of different gear. Suddenly I'm not focusing on getting max vitality and health anymore, or anything. But, yep, you don't need else anymore. You just kind of switch to the class you want on your one character, and you just can keep advancing. There are some downsides to this, though, like, if you want to play a different race, by the way, in this game doesn't really do anything. There are some very, very minor stat differences, but, to put it into comparison, I have 409 strength. If I was a Lalafell, I'd probably have, like, 407 strength instead, so the differences are very, very minute. I feel like I'm missing a buff. Like... or I'm not doing something right. Or something. Evil Lantern. Well, we're definitely getting through the dungeon. It's slower than I thought it was. Dungeons in this game, I've forgotten how long the dungeons in this game are. They are pretty long. Oh, it looks like the DPS are getting bored. They must want me to, like, pull more. Alright, might as well pull the Malboro too. We can take them on. I trust my team. I just don't trust myself. Okay, so I think it looks like we're going a bit faster. We've been pulling more than one group at a time, so that's good. We'll pick up this coffer here. And we'll get the Trent over here. Oh, we got hit by the stone. Well, that's not good. Well, got hit by the storm again. I'm pretty bad at dodging that. Oh, look at that! We're on the second boss already. I actually don't know how many bosses there are in this game, or in this dungeon. I think there are 4? It's either 3 or 4. Can't remember right. Let's ask the group again for help, and see what they have to say. Tank the boss. Okay, I can do that. Let's do this. When he goes invisible, destroy the light globe. And the ads. Alright, boss and ads. I can do that. As long as there are no crazy mechanics, we should be fine. That's not a crazy mechanic. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go back to the boss. Oh, look at that! We exploded into like this blinding beam of light. That's cool. Particle effects online. Even the blinding light has to have particle effects. Any ads yet? What I should be aware of? Not that I can see. Let's get out of the AoE. Rush back in. There are the ads. I see you. I got you. Oh, the boogeyman split himself in 2. So now we get the orb. The ads. Ads everywhere. There we go. They're all on me now. So many ads. Take that out. Okay. Get the boogeyman. Get the other boogeyman. Hey, lucky we dodged that. Do an AoE dot on them. We should have all the aggro now. But why are they still getting hurt? AoE, out of the AoE. Ouch. No, it's almost dead. Let's focus on that one. Alright, second boss down. Bogart's cap of ranging. I don't really need that, but we can greet it. Oh, I can't greet it. Oh well, I guess I got greedy anyways. Let's need this one. Aw. Can't greet any of these. Oh well. I guess we have to pass in all of it. I am greedy. Pass. Cashmere fleece. Sufficient inventory space, of course. Fell orb. Oh, I remember this. So, from what I remember, we have to kill all the ads in time. That should be easy, right? No, it's not. When is it ever easy? I am doing very bad on this. I am doing really, really bad on this. Okay, this one. This should be easy to tank. There's only one of them. 90 seconds crashing. Well, at least we're going through these fast. Let's get the soups. Where are the syrups? Would you guys ever want to eat one of those syrups? Every time I see like a Final Fantasy pudding, I always think of food. Oh, I am doing very bad at tanking. Seconds to crash down. This should be the last wave, I think. Yep, that was it. And only one person died. Best tank ever. Alright, so here's the last boss at last. Looks like the Joker and Kefka at the same time, if you ever played one of the earlier Final Fantasy games. Now, I think this one has unique mechanics. Tank, spank, kill ads, dodge AoE. Okay, I can do that. Alright, let's do this. Tank and spank. Tanking the ads is harder than tanking the bosses. That's usually how it goes in Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, we're gonna die. Okay, so now we have to kill the Jesters before that AoE covers the entire arena. Yep. Oh, get a flag there. Let's bring it back to the center. You definitely want to dodge those. That looks like it could hurt. There we go. Let's bring it back to the center again. Alright, looks like there's another ad we have to kill. Focusing on the boss. Oh, the gob got bigger. Probably has more health. One of the things I learned in this game, or at least one of the things I remember from tanking, is that you should always tank the boss as close to the center as you can. For some reason it makes everything easier. There are exceptions to this though, like certain boss fights, the boss will be better off in like the edge or someplace, but generally in like dungeons and stuff, you want to tank in the center. Boss is almost dead. There we go, boss is dead. Aw, I wasn't able to get loot because my inventory was full. I want that demon wall card. That's part of the, that's part of that, triple trad-yam I was talking about. Okay, that was Final Fantasy XIV. Let's get one good look at my character before we sign off. There we go. That's all I have time for today. I will see you guys next time.